This video is sponsored by Asaj Media. Shonen anime is one of the most popular genres of anime to this day. We like to gather around and watch spectacular fight after spectacular fight and see the main characters show off their feats. But we don't just watch anime for the main characters, we also watch to see genius, overpowered villains that make the story irresistible. A good shonen anime needs an amazing villain or it isn't a story. So today, we will be going over the villains who I think are the most iconic of all time. Without further ado, Frieza. Frieza is an iconic villain for several reasons. Frieza is one of the most sadistic, merciless villains in anime history. He is known for his willingness to destroy entire planets and their population without hesitation, and he enjoys inflicting pain and suffering on his enemies. Did I mention he is insanely racist? Like, his favorite phrase to call the Saiyans was monkeys. Frieza is also one of the most powerful characters in the Dragon Ball series, and his strength and abilities make him a formidable opponent. His ability to transform and increase his power level makes him even more dangerous. He had many forms, and each was more impressive looking than before. My favorite form was Golden Frieza. I think the color scheme looked really intimidating and daunting. Frieza's character design is unique and instantly recognizable. His distinctive appearance, including his purple and white color scheme, his pointy ears, and his iconic tail, which makes him stand out among other villains. Frieza plays a significant role in the Dragon Ball series, serving as the primary antagonist of the Namek and Frieza sagas. His actions and decisions have a lasting impact on the story and the characters. Frieza has remained a popular and well-known character in the Dragon Ball franchise since his introduction in the late 1980s. His enduring popularity and continued appearance in the series, including the recent Dragon Ball Super, has solidified his status as an iconic villain. Aizen. Aizen is a fictional character in the anime and manga series Bleach. He is often considered one of the most iconic and compelling villains in anime, and there are several factors that contribute to this perception. Aizen is a calm, collected, and composed character who rarely shows emotion. He is always in control of himself and his surroundings, which makes him seem almost invincible. His unwavering confidence in his ability only adds to his air of superiority. Aizen is an incredibly intelligent character who is always several steps ahead of his enemies. He is a master manipulator who is able to deceive even the most perceptive characters in the series. His meticulous planning and his ability to predict the actions of others make him an incredibly formidable opponent. Aizen possesses immense power, both in terms of his physical strength and his spiritual pressure. He is one of the most powerful characters in the series, and his abilities are often described as godlike. The power combined with his intelligence makes him an incredibly dangerous enemy. Aizen's motivations are complex and multifaceted. He is not simply a villain who seeks power for his own sake. Rather, he has a deep-seated desire to reshape the world according to his own vision. His motivations are shrouded in mystery for much of the series, which adds his intrigue and mystique. Overall, Aizen is an iconic villain because he possesses a combination of intelligence, power, motivations, and personality that makes him a compelling and formidable opponent. His ability to manipulate others, his immense power, and his desire to reshape the world makes him a complex and intriguing character that fans of this series cannot help but be fascinated by. Since we are on the topic of background music, I think it's time to introduce you to today's video sponsor and editors, Asaj Media. If you're looking for a professional video editing agency that delivers top-tier editing services with fast turnaround times, you need to check out this agency. Their team of experienced editors is dedicated to ensuring that your edited videos are delivered in a timely manner without sacrificing quality. Whether you need a simple cut or a complex video with special effects, this agency has the skill and expertise to make it happen in record time. They understand the importance of getting your videos out to your audience as quickly as possible and committed to helping you achieve your goals. If you are interested, they are ready to have a meeting with you at any time. If you come to us through this link, you will receive a 20% off the official contract. Now back to the video. Light Yagami. Light Yagami is a complicated character. Some would say he's a villain, and others would argue against that and say he's a hero in a way. But I think for right now, he belongs in anime's most iconic villain list. There are several reasons why he's an iconic villain, and let's start here. Light Yagami is incredibly intelligent, with almost a photographic memory and a strategic mind that allows him to plan out complex schemes. He is also charismatic and persuasive, able to sway others to his point of view. Light is not a straightforward good or evil character. At the beginning of the series, he's presented as a brilliant student who wants to rid the world of criminals and create a utopia. While this may seem like a noble goal, his methods involve murdering those he deems unworthy of life, making him a villain in the eyes of many. Light is convinced that he is doing the right thing by killing criminals, and he sees himself as a hero. However, his definition of justice is warped, and he becomes increasingly ruthless as the series progresses. He had an opponent in the show, and his name was L, a genius detective tasked with catching Kira, Light's alias, and is Light's intellectual equal. Their cat and mouse game creates a tense and compelling dynamic that drives much of the series' plot. He is the reason why people would say that Light is a villain, because he showed his evil side when dealing with L. Without giving too much away, Light's downfall is a powerful and dramatic conclusion to the series, cementing his status as an iconic and unforgettable villain. Madara Uchiha. Madara Uchiha is one of the coldest characters in all of shonen. He is in the rankings to be the most feared villain ever. Madara Uchiha possesses extraordinary powers and abilities that make him nearly invincible. He is a master of various jutsus, including the Sharingan, which allowed him to copy and replicate other jutsus. He was also skilled in taijutsu and had immense physical strength. Madara Uchiha was a strategic genius who could plan and execute elaborate schemes. He was able to manipulate people and events to achieve his goals, and his intelligence allowed him to stay one step ahead of his enemies. Madara Uchiha had a tragic backstory that helped shape his character and motivations. He witnessed the death of his family and clan, which fueled his desire for power and revenge. His motivations were complex, and he believed that his actions were necessary to achieve peace in the world. Madara Uchiha's actions had a significant impact on Naruto's story. He was involved in some of the most pivotal events in the series, including the Fourth Great Ninja War. His presence was felt throughout the story, and his legacy continued to influence characters long after his death. Overall, Madara Uchiha's combination of power, intelligence, backstory, and impact on the story make him an iconic villain in the Naruto series. Blackbeard, also known as Marshall D. Teach, is an iconic villain in One Piece for several reasons. Blackbeard has a menacing appearance with a large build and a dark beard that covers his entire face. He also wears a distinctive hat that adds to his intimidating presence. Blackbeard is a cruel and ruthless pirate who is willing to do whatever it takes to achieve his goals. He's known to have killed his own crewmates and has no qualms against causing harm to innocent people. Blackbeard has a strong desire to become the Pirate King, the ultimate goal of every pirate in One Piece. He is willing to go to great lengths to achieve this, including betraying and killing his former captain, Whitebeard. Blackbeard possesses two devil fruits, which is rare in the One Piece world. He has the power of the dark fruit, which allows him to control darkness and create black holes, and the power of the tremor fruit, which allows him to create earthquakes. Blackbeard has been involved in several memorable moments in the One Piece story, such as his fight with Ace, the death of Whitebeard, and his confrontation with Luffy at Marineford War. Overall, Blackbeard's intimidating appearance, ruthless personality, strong ambition, unique abilities, and memorable moments make him an iconic villain in anime. Anime has many insane villains, and they all have many strengths, but these 5 antagonists are the most iconic villains of all time. Peace.